How's it going, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and this is the Alesis Strike Pro Special Edition. Alesis really made waves with their Strike Pro original drum kit that came out a little while back, and now they've stepped up their game and added some really cool new features to the special edition, notably this 20-inch kick drum right here. All of the drums, toms, snare, and the kick drum have a great hybrid wood shell, so it gives it a real sort of natural drum kit look. So let's get into all the details right now. The sizes that come on this kit are pretty close to what a real acoustic kit is. So you're starting with the toms here, has an 8-inch drum, 10, 12, and 14-inch toms, a 14-inch snare drum, which is great, natural size there, and again, this 20-inch kick drum. You have a 16-inch 3-zone ride cymbal, 3 other 14-inch crash cymbals here, and a 14-inch hi-hat. So all the sizes are pretty close to what a real drum kit is, so you feel natural when you sit behind this kit. This kit comes with the latest generation of Alesis mesh heads, say that 3 times fast, and they feel really natural, and you get a great rebound, really easy on the hands. I've been playing this kit for a while, the last few days. The hands aren't tired at all, so they feel really nice. And the fact that you can tighten and or loosen any of the heads, kick drum included, because there's tension rods on all of the drums here, you can really fit it and dial it into your feel however you like. Once again, you get a dual zone snare pad, the ride cymbal as a triple zone. All of the toms have sounds on the rims and the pads themselves. And the hi-hat is pretty interesting. It's a movable hi-hat system. So as you'll see, when I'm pressing up and down on the hi-hat, the stand is moving back and forth, but that's because I have a 2-legged hi-hat stand here. If you have a triple-legged regular tripod hi-hat stand, that won't move around at all, but I feel comfortable with this one, so that's the one I'm picking. But the hi-hat pad itself moves. It's pretty soft. It's sort of like a crash cymbal. It's going to move around like a normal hi-hat cymbal would for you. It's not going to just stay rigid. And that's because of the system they have underneath. So let me get into the details of the hi-hat system with you right now. So Alesis came up with a pretty cool hi-hat system where you only need the top pad and everything else happens underneath. So I unplugged the cables. Here's the pad. One cable plugs in right here underneath the cymbal. And the other cable plugs into the piece right here at the bottom. That's what controls the chick sound, the open and closing of the hats, and all of that kind of stuff. But what gives it that sort of nice, natural feel with the hi-hat cymbal moving naturally is this rubber pad right here, and there's also a spring underneath, okay? So you take your regular hi-hat stand. The kit does not include a hi-hat stand or a kick drum pedal. I should mention that now. You do get a snare stand, but not a hi-hat stand. So grab your hi-hat stand, take off the clutch because the clutch comes with the kit. It's special for this cymbal here. Take off your clutch, put the bottom piece, which is the controller. It fits right on there, nice and easy. And then the rubber piece has the spring inside. These will all come separately in the box. You just put it right on the inside like that. Totally simple. Put it down on there and you are ready to go. And then put your cymbal right on top of that. Now it's very springy, right? So then when you tighten up your clutch to the rod, you're good to go. As I mentioned before, you get hybrid wood drum shells for all of the pads here, and they look really cool. Nice, shiny red sparkle finish here. All of the hardware lugs attached directly to the shell, black as you can see, with gold tension rods. Nice visual feature there. And now that the frame itself, steel black frame, you got a really cool looking drum kit that'll look great on any stage. One thing I want to mention before I get into the great module and all the killer sounds that come with this Strike Pro kit is the rack and the way I set it up. Now, you might notice here that the arm on my right, I have curved this way, not the typical curve this way. So the bar on my left, it has its normal curve, and I turn the bar around on the right side here because on an acoustic kit, when you have 2 floor toms, the way I naturally set it up is the second floor tom is a little bit farther away than the first floor tom. I want to reach for it. And with the arm turned its sort of normal way, where it was curved like this, that second floor tom pad was going to be really close to myself. So I'm only telling you this because you don't have to set up the rack exactly like it's normally supposed to. Customize it, set it up however you want to. Customize the kit to your specifications. You don't have to have the crashes where they are. You don't have to have the crashes or the pads where they are on the picture on the box. Put them wherever you like so you are comfortable and the kit is exactly how you want it. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about the Strike Pro module over here. This is a super powerful module that has a ton of sounds already in it, but you can expand it and customize it however you want to as well. There's 136 preset kits in here. That includes 1,800 instruments and 45,000 samples. That's a ton of stuff. You probably would never need to even put in any of your own custom sounds, but you also get an included 16 gigabyte SD card that goes right in the back of the box here. You could add all of your own sounds, bring it right into the machine, and customize the box however you want to, and it's really easy to do, actually. Let me quickly go through what's on the back of the module here. You have all of the trigger inputs for all of the pads. You also have 8 individual outputs on the back of the box, so you can send them to a front of house so they can mix the individual sounds however they like. Also, if you're going to record with the Strike Pro kit, you can take advantage of those 8 individual outputs, send them to your DAW, and mix the sounds however you like there. There's an auxiliary input on the back of the box where you can plug in your phone or your iPod, if you have an old iPod, whatever you have, so you can practice along to songs. You can also use that as the input for sounds when you want to use the machine as a sampler. And finally, you have regular in and out MIDI and also USB MIDI, so you can use this in conjunction with your DAW to send the sounds back and forth digitally. The front of the Strike Pro module is really easy to look at and very easy to navigate. You have a 12 fader mixer right here where you have all of the sounds right at your fingertips. So what I suggest when you're playing through the different sounds, don't just put all the faders all the way up to 0. It'll sound okay, but you have these faders here so you can mix while you're playing. If the snare's a little bit loud, turn it down. If the hi-hat's a little bit too much, bring it down, bring it up, whatever you want. It's all right there at your fingertips and very easy to grasp onto while you're playing your drums. You have a really good looking 4.3-inch LED display which shows the drum kit in color and also shows whatever you're hitting in real time. So check out the screen and I'll play through the drum kit. You can see what I'm talking about. It follows along no matter how fast or slow you're playing. What's good about that is when you get into the machine and you're customizing kits on your own, it's super easy to tell where you are on the kit. So if you're at the crash cymbal and you want to put in your own sound, just hit it once. It'll show what cymbal you're hitting or what pad you're hitting, and then you can put the sound in. And it's just really easy to navigate. You have many different buttons on the top for your editing features. Your mixer, which is the same. It just follows exactly what's going on with the faders. You can see the digital readout following exactly what I'm doing with the fader. There is a looper inside the box where you can actually make a loop of yourself playing or whatever you're sending in through that auxiliary input. It's really easy to top and tail it, so you can chop the loop however you want. And again, very easy to use. Your trigger settings, voice settings, which is how you adjust the samples that are inside the box or your own, kit effects, and so on. The utility button is where you go for all of your deep diving editing functions inside the Strike Pro module. MIDI functions, trigger functions, and so on, and everything in between is all inside the utility button. And to get around, again, it's really easy. You have a square pad right here that takes you down, left, and right. Okay, and if you want to make a change, you just use the scrolling wheel right here. Again, very simple to do. The machine also has its own metronome, so you can keep time while you're making your loops. And then right here at the bottom is your recording function for your loop features. Play, stop, record, fast forward, rewind, and so on. Now I know that was a really quick overview of the Strike module because again, it is super deep and again, easy to navigate, but in order to keep this video short, just wanted to quickly go through some of the features here and the features of the kit. Now it's time to get into the sounds inside the Strike Pro module. Again, I'm only going to play a few of the sounds in here because I don't want to keep you here all day long, but I think I've picked out some really good ones to demonstrate for you. I'm going to start off with your basic acoustic sounds, and then as I get throughout the different examples that I picked here, the sounds are going to get crazier and crazier. That's what makes it so much fun. Here we go. This is your basic Big Bird kit. Great sounds, great resonance on this particular snare drum, big fat tom sounds. The cymbals decay naturally, feels really good and sounds really good. Let's get on to the next one. Alesis did a really good job with the samples and sounds of the kits in here where they utilize different room sounds and reverb settings. So you get some nice dry sounds as well, which you should definitely take advantage of. This is the Natural Maple kit. I really like this next sound because it has a nice deep, fat, thuddy snare drum sound. This is the Power Station Fatty. Here we go. Alesis definitely thought of everything when putting sounds into the Strike module. Sounds for rock, pop, whatever you want, and even jazz. For a sound like that, it's really cool that I can play very softly with my left hand and get all the ghost notes out. Nice natural volume difference from the ghost notes to the loud notes. This is a super cool sounding kit. Now when I was a kid growing up, I had rototoms. 6, 8, and 10-inch rototoms along with my regular kit. And Alesis put a number of rototom sounding kits in here, and this is their first one, Roto Kit number 1, and the toms sound really cool. Check it out. That was totally great. For the rest of the examples I'm going to play here from the Alesis Strike module, I'm going to go from the acoustic sounds, which of course are necessary, and there's a ton of examples of great acoustic sounds in this module. I'm going to go into what I think is the coolest thing about having an electronic kit like this. That's playing the more unusual sounds, from percussion sounds, electronic sounds, what have you. Take advantage of being able to layer all these sounds together and take your creativity to the next level. Here we go. First kit here is Jungle Jam kit number 33. Now, are you going to play a normal pop song like that? No, you're not. But again, it's about your creativity and taking that to the next level. There you have it, everybody, the Alesis Strike Pro Special Edition. A fantastic electronic kit, utilizes a beautiful sound module with tons of sounds and editing options. It looks great, it feels really nice under the hands. You'll have a lot of fun playing this kit. If you want any more information about this Alesis product or any other Alesis product, talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer or go check us out at sweetwater.com. Thanks a lot for watching.